welcome again to this new session of Ubidots Live. Here I'm with my colleague David and Maria, and today we're going to discuss about how to manage a fleet 1,000 devices in Ubidots. David, do you want to tell us more about this?
Of course. Thank you, Maria, for the kind introduction. Hello, everyone. Really nice to be here again in this year. This is our first lead session on 2019.
Yeah.
And today, as you might already know, we're going to discuss about dynamic dashboards, device types, and how this can help us managing a fleet of 1,000 devices at once. From the point of creating, setting properties, setting a specific stuff on your devices, to the top when creating your dashboards and managing all these devices from one dashboard. So I don't know. I think let's jump in. We're going to share our screen. We're going to be on the right bottom side of the screen. And yeah, Maria, can you?
Perfect, yeah.
Share our
but
screen?
Before I start, I would like to ask you something.
Yeah.
Why Ubidots users should use device types?
Yeah, device types is a really nice thing. I think we talked about this in a couple of Facebook live sessions before. This helps our users deploy thousands of devices really easily and already set up according to the specific requirements. You can set up their properties, variables, synthetic variables, names, colors at once. So you don't have to create every device one by one.
Yeah, device per device.
Yeah, one by one, and then just connect it, and Ubidots will do the rest for you guys.
Amazing. So let's share the screen.
Yep.
So you will see how you can create and customize the device types in Ubidots.
Yeah, so we are here. Maria is going to help me with the mouse and keyboard, because like talking and typing and thinking about what should I be doing with my hands is quite difficult. So you just direct yourselves to the device drop down and click on types. We're going to do this step by step. We're going to create a device type, and remember guys, this is like a device template. So Maria, yeah, go ahead and we will talk on the way. So the first screen is where you input the name. So Maria is going to call it industrial machinery. You will see that Ubidots automatically saves an API label for the device types. This is necessary because your devices, when communicating with Ubidots, needs to send a type parameter in the URL, so we can identify you want to apply these device types to that specific device. Following up, we can choose colors, or maybe input a description. Maria, would you like to put something? Just say something like, this is a test of device types, but it's not particularly important. And yeah, go ahead and choose any color for the devices, variables, and synthetic variables. And the icon, of course. I mean, you can have a device types, for example, just for monitoring or industrial machinery. So there are a few icons that might fit your needs or not, but we hope they do. Yeah, the next step is setting up properties. There is a great range of properties there. Namely, can you show them before you start? Can you drop down the format?
This one?
No, add property. Yeah.
Okay, format. Yeah.
So there are properties like bool, date, list, number, and text. In this case, we're going to use text because it's really easy. But yeah, we encourage you to go ahead and test this already. Maria is going to call it location. So this is going to be your device's location, something for your users to know where they are at. And she's going to default a value. Yeah, Miami, the sunshine. Yeah, Maria likes the beach.
Yeah, I really like the beach.
We all do. And the next step is one of the most important, is like setting up your variables. So every time a device comes with this device type as a parameter, Ubidots is going to create all these variables automatically, and you can start reporting to them just like you have been doing all the way back. Yeah, so I'll leave Maria already set up some variables. We're going to simulate some data. This is going to be temperature with Celsius degrees as a unit. You just need to, yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to set it as raw. We're going to set up
humidity.
4 variables. Yeah. Humidity. And the unit is just this percentage sign. What is
current?
Current. Okay. Yeah. Of course, amperes. And a last one, we're going to call it power. And this is an example of what it would be a synthetic variable. Yeah, we're having some problems with the keyboard.
Yeah, it's
okay.
working.
This is watt. And then we're going to select another options and we're going to make it synthetic variable. Yeah, and you can see the color of the variable change
according assigned in the configuration.
Correct. And then you need to input the expression. So every time we have a new incoming dot for the current value, we're going to multiply it by 110 volts. That is the standard voltage here in Colombia. And then you can have your power consumption. And from that point on, that's what we're going to do there. And the next tab is called tags. We're going to jump on this. This is a really nice feature that is still on QA, and we're going to provide you with the information about it. This is going to enable you to create automatically dashboards, events, or what was the other thing?
Device groups.
Device groups, or assign the device to a specific device group. But we're going to skip this for the example purposes. At the last step, there is an example using CURL. This is a library in Linux or maybe Unix-based operating systems. So you just need to type that on a terminal. I'll leave you that. And we have our type. So really nice thing about this is you can provision devices really quickly with device types, and there is another feature called CSV import. That is what Maria is going to do right now. So we're going to upload a CSV file to create 50 devices at once. All of them with the same structure and properties we already set up in the device type. So yeah, go ahead, Maria. We're going to show that to people. Attach the file. We already created one CSV file with 50 devices. Yeah, that one. The system checks it is correct according with the device type, so the info there is correct, and yeah, it is. So we just click OK, and there is a little sign on the left bottom side saying that this is being scheduled. This is a, how do you say that? I don't remember the word, but the system is working on behind creating all the devices. So if we go, in progress, we are creating 50 devices. So in a couple of minutes or seconds, we will have all the devices created. You might want to go to devices tab, and maybe there are some of them already created, as you might see. Actually, they are already there.
If you refresh, you will see how there are more and more.
Yeah, now we have 29, and we need to keep refreshing to see all the devices. Can you just click on one and see all the parameters in the device? So here, as you might remember, we created 4 variables by default, right? And they are called like we said, current, humidity, power, temperature. All they have the units, and a really nice thing is the property. The property is location, so you might input the location of that device. Let's say Medellin. That's right. And as well, you can use any other properties. One really nice stuff, I want to encourage Maria to do this right now. This is an improvisation. Can you go back to device types?
Yeah, of course. Device types?
Yeah, device types.
Yeah. Here.
So we are going to add another property. So edit. We're going to edit every the properties. Yeah, add another one. Say add new property, text, and just say, I don't know, location 2, because it's easy for my mind. Description, yeah, you can input whatever you want.
Or you can leave it blank.
And yeah, leave it blank. So, and the default value is going to be messaging, for example. And then we go all the way through, go again, and in the last step, Ubidots is going to ask us if we want to apply these changes to the already existing device under these device types. So you can change all your properties or maybe make another changes more substantial, and you don't have to do it one by one. Ubidots is going to do it right there to everyone.
So should I create the wrong device type?
Nope, no, you just need to apply
and that's it,
yeah,
right?
apply.
It's important to clarify that.
Yeah, and then continue. So Ubidots is going to update all devices in an unsynchronized task, and we already have the 50 devices. Can you go inside of any of them?
Yeah.
Maybe we can check if the property is already there, location 2, and default is messaging. So this is really nice. You can add variables, you can add change colors, you can change units, or maybe change the syntactic expression of a variable, whatever you want, but you can do it in a batch operation. And this is really important. This is something we try to comply really much, because I mean, when you're talking about applications with thousands of devices, then it gets really messy to manage all of them at once.
Yeah, it's important to keep in mind that IoT solutions are not just 1 or 15 devices.
Yeah.
You're managing thousands of devices for an industrial IoT application.
Yeah, that's correct. So Mari,
let's go to dashboard.
Yeah, the nice part, dashboard. So we're going to create a dynamic dashboard.
But before I start, let's explain what is a dynamic dashboard.
Of course.
Here in Ubidots.
Yeah, of course. So dynamic dashboards is a new feature. We just launched it like 2 months ago. We have been QAing these past 2 months, as I said, and improving all the little bugs, and now we have a really reliable product here. So dynamic dashboards allows you to, let's say, take these 50 devices and only manage them from one dashboard. So you can switch from one to one just by picking the device, and Ubidots will automatically populate the dashboard with that device data. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's create one dynamic dashboard so you can see how it works. So first, let's assign the name for our dashboard.
I
Can be
leave it up to you.
Industrial
machinery. Yeah, that makes sense.
Machinery.
Then you can pick the default time range. So maybe your application requires to see a week of data, or maybe the last 24 hours. It's up to you guys. We're going to choose. What are we going to choose?
That's 24 hours.
Yeah, that sounds great. And you need to enable dynamic dashboards toggle, because otherwise it's going to create a static dashboard. Static dashboards are meant to handle only one device at once, or maybe create general overviews of your fleet. Meaning you can have multiple widgets, the same widgets, but every widget is from an individual device. But yeah, we can continue and maybe see this at the end. Now we can select a default device.
Let's assign number one.
The number one, yeah, okay. And that's it. The other things are parameters you might explore later. We just want to give you a general picture of dynamic dashboards. And there you go. You can start.
Yeah, we can start. Let's add a thermometer widget for the temperature variable.
Yeah.
So here we have to assign the variable label of the variable that we want to show. In this case is temperature. Keep in mind that the variable label has to be in lowercase.
Yeah, that's really important. I want to make a quick note there. You need to add the variable label of the variable you want to display in lowercase. This is really important, because otherwise the
data is not going to be displayed.
The data is not going to be displayed. And you can change the color of your variable or your thermometer. In this case, I think red is a good color.
Here, thermometer value.
Thermometer value, yeah.
Let's say temperature value. Values.
Correct. And a range. We have a script I don't know if you can put it on run right now.
Yeah, we can run it so we can start seeing the data.
The data, yeah, that's correct.
Display it into the variable. So, okay, perfect. So let's assign the range for our variables. In this case, let's say that is 10, our minimum value, 40, our maximum value.
And there is a thing you're missing, the color. If you select set by widget, then it's going to take the default color we choose.
Okay.
You need to
color logic. Variables default.
Variables default.
To take this color that you can assign here.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's it. Great.
Okay, perfect. So let's repeat the same process with other
widgets.
So let's add this one for the current. Yeah. Current. There is a triple
R, I think. Yeah. So you need to exactly.
Yeah. Let's assign another color for the current. We can leave this orange. Here we can assign current value and assign the minimum and the maximum, and that's it.
You're missing the mean value. I mean value 0 actually.
Mean value 0, yeah. So there is no problem.
And there you go.
Let's add a new one.
Another gauge.
Sorry, add variable. This is the other one was power, right?
Yeah, power.
Power. Power value.
Don't worry. I mean, yeah, power value. Remember, this is a synthetic variable. It's going to be 110 times the current value. It's just a formula from electrical engineers, and there you go.
And the last one was the humidity. So for this, let's
add
an
indicator.
An indicator. Perfect.
Yeah.
Indicator.
Humidity.
Humidity.
Exactly that.
And let's assign another color here.
Maybe, yeah. I like blue. This is going to be humidity value. Cancel.
No, it's not a. Let's not add an indicator. Let's add a tank value. I think we get confused with the icon. Yeah.
Okay. You're right.
Humidity.
And let's choose green. Blue. Humidity value. And
and here variable default and the maximum and minimum.
I don't know how much it is. I think it's
let's
leave it like that.
30 and here 100, no problem.
So there you
here
go.
we have let's just for the final to show you guys, let's add a table variable. So you can see that you can put like all the variables in just one widget.
One widget, yeah.
So let's say here temperature and assign the same color that we assigned for the widget.
Yep.
Also here, this is the current.
Yep. This is the same color. Yeah.
Then the power, which is green.
And
no, this is blue. And the last one, humidity.
And it's blue.
Is blue, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Here, variable type of variable, and
last values.
Variable
last values, because it's going to show all the variables last values. Correct. And that's it.
Next.
Really nice. So you have there all the like basic visualization. The nice stuff here is you have all the 4 variables, right? But switching between devices is the really nice thing. We started with device number 1, but you may as well shift to like say device 15. What do you say?
Okay, 15. Here we go.
Maria, I think we're just going to make a pause because we have some questions on our on our Facebook Live, and we would like to address them.
The first one is, what is the difference between properties and variables?
Okay, yeah. Properties is just metadata for your device, like location or any specific duration you want to input, a date, for example, last maintenance date. Maybe you can enable something like a Boolean indicator showing if the device is active or inactive. You can input text and so on. Variables, on the other hand, are the really core or our business here. Is where you receive all your data. So, for example, variables: temperature, current, power, humidity. Okay.
And the other question: would you please show the CSV file data structure? Of course, there's no problem with that.
Of course.
Let's go here to device types.
You can open.
Yeah, we can open, but I also want to show them that we provide them the structure,
with the structure
in the platform,
yeah,
so they don't have to build the structure. So let's here book of devices here. Here. Okay, download template CSV file, and here you will have all the structure for the CSV file that you need. So here you have the empty spaces. So let's compare this one to the one that I create. Let's open it here rapidly.
Downloads
and devices. This one.
That's the template. That's the one we filled.
Yeah. So here, if you compare, we add all the device name for the 50 devices that we create, and also the label for each of them. Yeah.
So if you want, you only need to fill the name and label.
Has principal.
Yeah. You just need to fill the name and label as a mandatory fields, but you can also add, for example, description, tags, latitude and longitude, and location, right? Because location is our property from the first property, but yeah, you might as well, depending on your device types, you will get additional columns to fill, optional, right? But the mandatory ones are the name and the label. I hope that was clear for you, Mohammed. We're going to continue unless we have another questions.
If some of you guys have a question, please let your question in the comment section, and we're happy to respond all of them.
Yeah, so the script we have running is sending data to every device. So if you see here, device 15 is having data, and you just need to shift or choose any device and then compare them. Yeah, this is basically the dynamic dashboards managing hundreds of devices from one single dashboard. And the last thing we want to show you guys is there are certain applications where you need to have an individual dashboard per each device.
We can create a static one?
We can create a static one, or maybe do something quite more faster.
Okay.
Just make a duplicate from the dynamic dashboard.
Perfect.
So you can click on the copy icon, yeah, that one, replicate, and this is going to show us a model which will require us to select a device attached to that static dashboard. So let's select device 1. Then you see all the variables inside that device, and the check mark, the green check mark, indicates us that the variable is being used within the dynamic dashboard, right? If you see an X mark, a red X mark, then it indicates the current dashboard doesn't use that particular variable within the device.
Okay.
Okay. So you can just click OK.
Okay.
And there you go. You have a copy of your device from the dynamic dashboard. It's not going to fill data because of the range. Can you go back to the dynamic, please?
Yeah, of course.
But that way you can create easily static dashboards at once.
Following the same template that you already create for the dynamic one.
Exactly that. I mean, a couple of months ago, like 5 months ago, we used to have something called templates.
Okay.
But this has been replaced for dynamic dashboards because it's quite more powerful. But yeah, that's the whole idea about managing hundreds of devices all at once. You can delete them in batch. You can create them. You can set up certain specifications, and can we put them in CSV file? Yeah, that's why you can download the structure, Mohammed, and then fill your CSV file and upload it to Ubidots. That's what we did at the beginning. And just to close up, because we don't want to make this live session so long, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can write us to support@ubidots.com, or just quickly find additional information in our help center. It's really easy. Can you show them, please, in a new tab? Help.ubidots. Exactly that. If you just type dashboards, we make a really nice effort here to provide all our users with this information. So there you will find all the article related to dynamic dashboards, explaining each step by step, and as you found dashboards and how to create a static or a dynamic one, you might find the article for device types. Can you show them also?
Yeah, of course. Device types. Here we have.
There you go. So that's the initial diagram to follow some logic about what you need and what should be done when Ubidots receives some CSV file. And yeah, that's it. I mean, if you want to visit that help center, that's really nice, and we will be really attentive to you guys. This video is also going to be uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to recap this video, you can do it by just following Ubidots channel at YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be sharing also all the Ubidots live session up there, and IoT use case and projects, so you can start building your next IoT solutions. To those, yeah. Thanks, Guy, for being here with us. I hope you really like this project and you can take benefit of this Ubidots session live. Okay, I don't know if you want to say something.
No, actually, I'm done. Yeah, as always, thank you very much, and we will see you in every Thursday, I think. No, every once in a month. So the next one is going to be on February. We are yet choosing the topic, but yeah, let's just stay tuned to us.
Well, see you next time. Bye bye.
Can you end it there?